beautiful South Africans, and welcome to another incredible edition of Creative Talk. And my name is Evh'a Nteso, and Abona, today we are so serious. Today we're talking important stuff. Today we're talking funding. Everybody is looking, Bona, I've got this project, but I don't even know where to go. So in the house, I have this mister who deals with money every day, who deals with business every day. He's a coordinator from ArtbankSA, and of course we all know what ArtbankSA does. This is the biggest organization ever. So Ntate Malgas, ra o amohela hle.
Thank you, Mrs. Snow.
You are so soft spoken. What's happening?
Nah,
You like that? Okay, all right. Now that's cool. So I know that Abuti Thamsanqa Malgas, and I remember one time I spoke to you and I was like, this guy Malgas, marke Thamsanqa. Go diragalang? Umxhosa, ole Afrikanere, go tsagala? Umxhosa.
Yeah.
And then Malgas?
Most Maxhosa, they do have surnames Afrikaans.
Is it?
Like Bochwoodboom, Bostilman.
Yeah. But can you Afrikaans part?
Yeah, kind of Afrikaans.
Hey, boys! Don't try me. Don't try me. Also, you're from the Free State.
Yeah.
Born and bred there.
Born and bred.
Where in the Free State?
Tabanchu. I was born in Tabanchu, and then I left 2002. Yeah, to school in Bloem.
Is it?
So I've been living in Bloem. Yeah.
So you were in Mkaya, kahle. Go Tabanchu, go because naki choko di fleteng. Go Morolo.
Yeah, naki choko plasi.
Go plasi. Di puri mane.
Go party pela parties.
Oh, go pela parties.
Yeah.
Ba le richi wena.
Arinyaka
le bisere ya go teng. Okay, so but then for those who don't know who Thamsanqa is, could you please maybe just try and share with us?
Yo, in what dynamics should I explain myself?
Well, upbringing is, of course, we know that you're from Tabanchu, but in terms of education,
okay.
Your journey in terms of work as well until you got to Artbank.
Oh yeah, education-wise, I went to a technical high school, Rewater, and then from there I went to Kofsis, University of Free State. Yeah, that's why.
I wonder why you can speak Afrikaans. Yeah, now I get it.
Yeah, so that's why I did. I studied fine art. Yeah, it's a honors degree, BA degree. Yeah. So I specialize in painting. Yeah, I used to do drawing, then I left it, but now I specialize in painting only.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I started working at the Stegman Gallery at Kofsis for a year, and then I worked at Evh'a for 18 months, I think. It was an 18 months contract.
Yeah.
And then I worked at Humphrey's Art Gallery in Kimberley, and then after that, started working at Artbank as a provincial coordinator. Yeah, so I've been working at Artbank since last year. Is it? So how has your experience been like at Artbank? At Artbank, it was a bit challenging because now I had to move, being practically at work, and then started working online.
Yeah.
So now a lot of times you can't measure the times when to clock in, when to clock out. Yeah, because it's like you're home every day, you're on holiday, so you just open emails, respond, and then you're done. So, but I got the gist of it and started enjoying it. So I don't know if I would get a job to clock in physically at work, I'll be able to do it.
Because when you sound like you never struggled in your life, you moved from this place to another, and it's like you've never had the gap in between where you say, oh my God, I'm struggling.
I think between Artbank and Humphreys, I had a couple of months where I wasn't working. And then during that time, I was selling food.
Selling food?
Yeah.
So you can cook?
Yeah.
Wow. Yay. Next time we can go
yeah, you must come.
No, that's nice. So let's talk about Artbank, because I know Artbank is doing amazing work. As I'm sitting right here, I am the board member of SIGA, the Cultural and Creative Industries Guild of Africa, apart from being a presenter at TLL. We have a lot of interns that are coming, or sponsored rather, by Artbank. But for those who don't know what ArtbankSA is, please share with us.
Well, Artbank, it started in 12 December 2017.
Yeah.
So it's a national program hosted by the National Museum. So what it basically does, it's sponsor like newly graduates, and companies, helping them to basically hire newly graduates and give them work experience. So yeah, it's an agency from the DSAC,
Oh,
the
is it?
Department of Sports, Arts and Culture.
Okay.
So yeah,
So it's like NAC, NAVF.
yeah,
or-
more or less like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it deals a lot with art, and what it does also, it buys artworks from newly emerging artists, and then they lease the artworks to governmental organizations or sell them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what it basically does is just helps artists with funding. For an example, at the moment we're running a cycle whereby it's an art creating cycle.
Yeah.
So there's artists who applied, so they do a body of work for 4 months, and then they get paid for those 4 months. And then, with that being said, they also have a mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody who would basically help them throughout their journey as newly emerging artists.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So apart from the internship, if I got you very well, you're saying if I'm an artist, I'm a painter, I can take my work to Artbank, and you assist me in terms of getting opportunities, whether through selling it or distributing it or leasing it or what?
No, but basically they buy it from you.
Or they buy it from
Yeah.
me.
So
Wow.
what happens after the 4 months? You're gonna submit the body of work. It could be one painting, one drawing.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter,
yeah.
as long as there's been progress that you've been
Yeah.
doing for the duration of the 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah, because every month you have to submit a report, so that we see how far you are with your creative work.
Yeah.
And then you submit it, and then you're getting paid for those 4 months to do the body of work. And then if the art bank would like to purchase your artwork, they can still buy it from you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's quite interesting. But then what about a person who already has, paintings, artwork already, instead of me starting from scratch? How do you deal with those?
No, there was a program where you would also just submit a body of work. But now what happens is, you can say you're an artist and you haven't been doing any creative work for like months or years, and then by the time they open a program where you need to submit an artwork, you can just take an old painting. So now they want active artists.
Yeah.
So they're basically busy, with their creative work. So yeah.
But I mean, if they're looking for artists that are busy, we've got less opportunities these days to keep us busy.
Yeah.
So how do you accommodate such group of people
Group of people
who
who
don't have those opportunities to keep them busy? Because I mean, if you're looking for me and you want me to be busy, and I don't have the platforms where I can keep myself busy. And I'll make an example. I come from Fixback. You go to Fixback, it's very dry.
okay.
I've got no space where I can practice my artwork. And then Artbank comes, and Artbank wants to see what is it that I've been busy with. And I've got no place where I can actually practice my work. So how do you assist me?
Excuse me. So the problem with that, what Artbank is trying to avoid is, I can say I'm an artist on paper,
Yeah.
and then I'm not an artist, and then you're an artist practically, and then I can just take your painting, sell it as mine. So they're just trying to avoid those challenges, that you might take a bottle of work that's not even yours and then sell it to the art bank. Yeah, so that's why, because they're trying to extremely support artists. Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. And there's corruption out there.
Yeah.
And I can imagine with agencies like yourselves, where you're receiving a number of applications, and hey, people are just paying ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the kind of fundings that ArtbankSA has, because I believe that if you are saying it is the agency from DSEC, there's PSP, there's a normal call as well, there's special projects and so forth. So do you have such?
Yeah, we do. So like as I've said, with it supporting artists. So what happens? There's fundings from like stakeholders. Like
Yeah.
we support stakeholders to hire newly graduates. So that's how we support up and coming artists or newly graduates.
Yeah.
And then we have art creating projects where we also support artists. Like you were saying, if maybe you do art but you're struggling to sell art, but
Yeah.
now how we can support you financially is for you to
Yes.
practice your art and then at least get a stipend from that also. Yeah. And then there's multiple programs also. In terms of art creating also, it was also a thing of maybe you as a stakeholder, because I remember previous years we would have like art where people on the street, they would do a project. It doesn't matter if you're trying to paint a wall or
Yeah.
So basically there's such projects also that they were funding.
Quite interesting. So, ArtbankSA, as an artist, I would assume that you are assisting artists, but then do you also accommodate other, companies that falls under different categories?
You know, it was strictly for companies that were dealing with creative work.
Okay.
You know, but now as applications were coming through, we realized most of the companies are not registered. You know, so now they're trying to take as many acquire as many companies as they can so that they can hire as many graduates as they can and help them financially. So I wouldn't say strictly it only accommodates art creating companies of sort, because there's one company that I coordinate and it has nothing to do
With the arts.
with arts. Yeah,
But how do you then merge the two? If it's a logistic company or it's a consulting company and you are looking at supporting creatives, how do you merge the two?
You know what happened is, I think when she started, she was in fashion and design, and then she shifted within the program.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she strictly focused on the logistics side of it, of her company. Yeah.
But having those graduates in her company, logistics, does she still try and promote the art or the creative work?
Yeah, I think so, because she has like graphic designers within the company and fashion designers also.
Okay, no, let me understand, because you know what, ne? Remember not long ago, I was part of those people who slept at the NEC for 60 days. I was you know, and what we were fighting for was that NEC, you are a DSEC agency. You get the money from DSEC to employ creatives and support creative work or creative artwork. And yet we found out that there were companies who don't belong in the industry that are doing something as the coffee, the tea, you know, and they were funded. And now they utilize our money as creatives to do something else, which we're not happy about. But now I want us to, for someone who's listening, because people, they will come for you on this one, right? So if I get you very well, you're simply saying, listen, Evha, all we are doing as ArtbankSA, we are finding opportunities for creatives. So a graphic designer is a creative, right? But then you have Evh'a Nteso Consulting and Services that is serving in the corporate sector. But that company, it needs a graphic designer for their posters. It needs a graphic designer to design their, let's say maybe do the website development, right? Then you take, are you saying you take from the creative arts sector, then you get them to be employed there? Is that what you're saying?
I won't necessarily say we take from the creative part or the creative sector to let them be employed.
Yeah.
Because what happens, you as a stakeholder, you are the ones who takes out a vacancy. Yeah. And then through a process of us, you reporting to us, we just see through the CVs and the applications that this student is maybe he or she graduated in fine arts or graphic designing, of some sort, as long as it's more of a creative side of things.
I was actually trying to make it very clear that Artbank doesn't go and take someone who has studied commerce You know,
No, yeah.
you won't allow the stakeholder to go and employ someone who studied commerce or someone who studied something outside the creative arts space. But then you would prefer stakeholders to go and adopt
Yeah.
students or graduates that have studied within the art space,
Yes.
and they can be employed in any other company, because those companies, people don't understand that the corporate sector needs us as artists.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in the morning when you go to work, you are thinking you're a marketing director. You have studied something else there, but then all of a sudden you wake up being a marketing director of a big company, and you're not even creative. Who do you need? You need me.
Artist,
Exactly, you know. So let's talk about the PSP. I think lately you have actually funded a lot of companies. You have done an amazing work when it comes to that, and I really want to applaud you for that as ArtbankSA. How many companies did you take this time around? Between 2024 and 2025?
2025. The last time I checked, I think it was 86 of them.
86?
Yeah, but now along the duration of the program, some of them fell out.
Why? What was the...
Because they had their own challenges, I presume, in terms of maybe they were not reporting. Because now, remember, monthly you have to send reports as a stakeholder, and that's how we can give you guys funding. You need to report monthly. So some companies, they don't report monthly, and then if they don't report, they can't get paid.
So maybe let's take it from the beginning. When they apply, what are you looking at? What are the requirements that you prefer to have from companies?
Yeah, when companies apply, they have to be specific that they're going to hire creatives or somebody who studied within the art space. So they themselves, as a company, they have to be a company that also works around the creative part of work.
Okay.
Yeah, like you guys, like see, I know you guys like do podcasts.
Yes.
And creative work or of some sort.
Okay.
So basically, when they apply, that's what you're actually looking for, because Artbank itself needs to support artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want the company to have like certain years within the industry and business, or?
No, not really.
Not really.
Yeah, as long as they are legit and registered. Yeah, that's all that matters.
Okay. Yeah. So what makes others not to qualify?
What I can say, what makes them not to qualify, it's after a company applies, we do a background check on the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to see that it does exist or not. Yeah, because some challenges that we came across, it's whereby somebody would just open a company today, and then maybe they see a vacancy that stakeholders are needed, and they open a company, then they apply, and then once they applied, you realize that they are non-existent. Yeah.
Yeah,
people do a lot of things.
Okay, so you mentioned about those ones that after you funded them, they fail in terms of reporting, they don't know how to do the administrative work properly. So what is the penalty for them?
You know, the penalty for them is that they can't reapply again or get any funding from us. Yeah, because for an example, somebody who might open a company and then apply and then gets the funding, and then they don't report and they get disqualified, and then let's say next year they see that applications are open again, and then they're just trying to change a company. So that's why in terms of reporting, we need from your ID all the way throughout your company's profile. So that if, let's say for an example, you change a company but you're still going to use the same ID number. So that's how we can see that maybe you just switched companies.
I know you operate differently, because I mean, we've got a contract with you, right? And when we started the first cycle, you said we must actually do the intake of 4 interns, and then after, is it 2 months or 3 months, then we change?
It's between 2 to 8 interns.
2 to 8 interns, right? But for the first 2 months or 3 months, 4, right?
4 months.
And then next,
it's first 4 months, first cycle. And then the second cycle, I think it's 6 months.
It's 6 months, right? Yes. I don't know, because you remember when I called you the other day, I said, Ish, it's so hard to have the first interns and you see them really improving so well, and they are and the moment when they they feel like, okay, we are learning and we are getting there, you have to let them go. Don't you think this is affecting companies in a way? And don't you think it's also affecting the growth of the interns that you are expecting us to really give the work experience to?
I think to a certain degree, it does affect the progress of the interns, because as you say now, within the space of 4 months, that's when somebody's actually getting into the gist of the work, and then now you have to let them go. But now, in hindsight, also, Artbank itself needs to give everyone an equal opportunity. Yeah, so that's why you can't rehire the same intern or retain. So you have to give opportunities to everyone.
You know, it is so sad. Honestly speaking, I mean, even the ones that we have now, we decided that okay, let's retain them. We had to go hustle money somewhere, so at least we can be able to keep them for I don't know how long. But it's one thing that I feel like the government really needs to look into, because then it will help us a lot and will also help these young people. The moment they sort of like getting their grip, and the next thing we let them go, I think
maybe if they just prolonged the months, maybe 18 months.
Yeah, that's what we thought. Yeah. But do you think there are chances of getting there?
Probably as the years go, because I know with Olivene's Art Museum, you as a graduate, you can go work there as an art guide for 18 months, but you can't reapply. So once the 18 months lapses, you can't reapply again as an art guide. So they take in new art guides also.
Yeah, but 18 months is a long time.
Yeah, it is actually.
Like, and you're paying very well. I don't know if you're paying the same, because I know ours, it's like, how much? 5.7 per person?
5.7
yeah,
per
so
intern.
is it standard for all the companies?
For all the companies.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No, it's
that is not
actually,
too bad at all.
As a graduate, yeah.
Especially if you can get companies like ours that are really sweet. You give them accommodation. Some of them, they've got cars here. You know, they are now driving our cars, you know. Yeah, it would be sad if they have to leave. The next thing, they no longer drive.
Oh, yeah.
Because with that 5.7, they must buy their own cars.
Because I know with Olivene's, what happens, you get paid per hour.
Per hour?
Yeah.
How much per hour?
I think, I can't remember how much was it per hour, because it's been 3 years since the last time I worked there.
Yeah.
But now, you get paid per hour, but you don't work every day.
Wow, that's, okay.
Yeah, because now, let's say, if they have like 7 art guides or 8 art guides, you guys have to shuffle every day.
Okay.
So maybe you can work 3 days and then rest 2 days. Because Olivene's is open 7 days a week.
Well, we might think they're getting a lot, but if you were to check the amount that they are getting monthly and divide that per hour, it might be too much.
Because if you worked, let's say, 31 days straight, it was 9 point something.
Not bad. For an intern.
Now imagine you work 8 to 9, 8 to 5 every day.
I mean, I was getting 1.2 as an intern. You know, these young people are very lucky. But then, take us through the monitoring and evaluation, system, because a lot of government agencies, they make a mistake of giving companies funding, but they don't follow up on the work. I mean, today you are here, you are visiting us. You wanted to make sure that there are real people working. There are no ghosts. But what are some of the challenges that you have encountered as you go through your monitoring and evaluation system? And maybe take us first on the process of the M&E that you guys are implementing, and what are the challenges thereof?
Okay, let me just start with the challenges that we encounter. Like there was a company that I was coordinating. So they looked legit. They looked as if they have a physical address and everything. But now, after they apply, we do a background check and stuff. And then they got paid their first tranche. And then only to realize when they needed to submit the reports, there was no interns that were existing. So he had no company, there was no physical address to the company and stuff. So because his first reports, what he did, he forged the statements. And then in terms of content that he was supposed to send, he sent some pictures from online.
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those, and then now,
Yeah.
because you as a company, you have to submit your profile, and then you need the intense documentation. So when I did a background check on the interns and called the interns, they told me the last time they spoke to the guy was when he took he took their CVs.
Oh my God.
He never hired them because they were still waiting to get hired.
Yeah. Sure, unalisebeti musana uyikhutlisa tšhelete kapa Sure.
Yeah.
But then you had to cut.
But yeah, we did actually. Yeah.
So, but then did you replace him with another company or?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because remember, we don't have an exact number of how many companies we acquire.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just the numbers get cut based on how legit you are.
Yeah.
You know, if you're following our processes or not. So if you don't, we just cut you out and we don't call on another company. Because already those who qualified and those who did not qualify, they both have their difficulties.
Yeah. I'm quite concerned about the number that you guys give us of interns that we need to hire. It's too little, man.
8.
Yeah.
How many interns you want?
Production. You know, production is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like you see, count 1, 2, 3 cameras, right?
Okay.
Right? And then there's a person who deals with just this.
The mics,
right?
Okay.
And the sound, right? Now, look right there at the back. You see how many monitors we have there?
Yeah.
And it is the small studio. We didn't take you to the bigger studio.
Okay.
So when you go to the other studio, you can imagine how many monitors you're going to get there. So what I'm simply trying to say is you are doing a great work as at ArtbankSA. And surely executives are also listening, right? I'm just speaking on behalf of us who are doing the greater work on the ground. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm simply saying maybe if on the new call, if you could look at what is it that we have done, especially the companies that you have currently funded? You are here, you are seeing what we're doing, you have been traveling around, you've seen other companies, what they're doing. So maybe if you can just try and say, these ones have done well, how about we increase the number? I'm just thinking out loud. It would be a very good gesture from ArtbankSA. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that would work. And also, it will have to go with maybe you have to motivate why you need more than 8 interns.
We will definitely motivate. We are a production company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you just need to motivate why you need more than 8.
Yeah. I'll ask you a very simple question. Do you watch TV?
Do I watch TV?
Yeah. Okay, do you watch Ishaka Ilembe?
No.
You don't watch Ishaka Ilembe?
No.
Do you watch movies?
Sometimes.
Or what's your favorite movie?
What's this? Is it law-abiding citizen?
Law-abiding citizen, right?
Yeah.
So now how many extras are there?
A lot.
And then how many real characters are there?
no real characters. But now, with what you say, remember, if you're talking about, let's say, a main character and an extra, they don't get paid the same.
They don't get paid the same. No, I understand.
But now with you, they will have to get paid the same.
Exactly. So I'm just doing a picture for you that I am sitting here as a host. You are sitting there as a guest, right? But behind the camera, how many people are sitting in the room, right?
Okay.
And today it's Friday. Others are working in the other studio. So usually you will have this room full of cameras because Siga, the Lifestyle League, we don't play. We do proper production. And surely you have seen our work, right? Yes, we don't play. So, yeah, so in closing, I just really want to applaud ArtbankSA for the work that you have done. But what would you like to say, especially to stakeholders that have been receiving funding and others are still trying to get funding from you guys to understand the importance of PSP, especially to the growth of our economy in the country? How is this helping us as a country?
What I would say, how it's helping us as a country, at least it drops the numbers of unemployment in the country, you know, and it keeps the country running in a sense that you won't have a lot of graduates who are unemployed, you know, and then it will just drop the economy, you know. So with PSP, with the work that it's doing, and ArtBank, at least we're also putting in a gesture, you know, of trying to help newly graduates, you know, to put them in the job market or in the system.
And the importance of retaining these young people, because I mean, someone might be watching now and say, this thing is not really helping unemployment, because after 6 months or 12 months you change, and then the other one also, so how is it helping?
How I can put it is, like, for you, like Siga, for an example, you would get interns for the first 4 months, right? And then within the duration of 4 months, at least you're not using your own money to try out someone. But at least after 4 months, you realize, okay, maybe I need this person in the company. And then now at least you'll be hiring someone that you know, you've worked with them for 4 months or 6 months, but at least you didn't exploit your own funds, you know, to try out someone. Because there's like a couple of stakeholders whereby they also retained some of their interns because of because of how ArtBank put the interns into the system, you know, the exposure that ArtBank gave them, with the interns. And then now, with that being said, at least now you know you can keep someone or not, or let them go after the cycle. So you're not forced to hire someone, and then if they're not working for your company, you don't have a choice but to keep them. But at least with these cycles of changing interns every 4 months or every cycle, now at least you know also if you want to keep someone, you can just keep them.
Okay, that's beautiful. So when can we expect the next funding?
You just have to,
you know, nagrata chelete kitela empowerment ha bana ba ka hela ba ntse ba fumana empowerment ke sharp. Exactly.
No, I think you can just keep an eye on social media, on the ArtBank social pages or the website. That's where they would put out vacancies and stuff.
You know what I like about ArtBank? Your turnaround time, it's so perfect. I apply this month. Next month I get the results.
Yeah, remember this.
How good is that?
Remember, there's a lot of us online that work for ArtBank.
Okay, so that's why you guys are faster.
Because now when you apply as the coordinators, we are the one that goes through the applications.
And I must say, you're also competent. When it comes to reporting system, you're always on our neck. And I'm like, hello. But you know what I like about you guys as well, especially you, because you are a coordinator, right? Yes. The way you take people through, you take us step by step until we understand, you know, because remember, creatives, we operate differently. Companies, we do things differently. But with how the patience that you have to even explain to someone, you have to, and you don't get that anywhere or everywhere, you understand? So really, you guys are doing an amazing work, and I would like to say to you, please continue. And hopefully when we apply this time around, you'll give us again.
No, for sure.
You'll give us again. But please go back to the office and kindly ask. Siga is kindly asking on behalf of other companies that are doing the great job, especially the ones that are in our position, the media sector, you know, where we are doing audio visual. Give us more numbers. That's all we need.
Definitely, I'll talk to them when I send them the content.
Thank you so much, Thamsanqa. I know you still have to go back to Bloemfontein, traveling all the way from Freestata to Gauteng Mabone. Mona re chepa ko leta ntate. So guys, I hope that you've learned a lot, and if you are looking for funding and ArtBank is for you, ArtbankSA is for you, please do make sure that you go on the social media platforms and find out when is their opening call as well. So because it's very important that we create employment as organizations, as companies. And this thing, it's really helping our young people. The work experience that we need to give them, it is for their future. So until next time, enjoy it responsibly. So goodbye.